Hi, Teen Gerwell. You are flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G. Today we're talking about Topic 7, Lesson 4. And today's learning target is, I can divide decimals by a whole number using the standard algorithm. We're also going to model this process by using base 10 blocks. Today's notes, it's really important that you understand what is the divisor, what is the dividend, and what is the quotient. This will be on your topic test, but it's also really important when you're talking about story problems and asking for the quotient. It will tell you exactly what thing you need to do in the problem. So it's important to know these. So go ahead and make sure you have them written in your notes. Here's today's problem of the day. Here we have Sydney, Alina, and Lydia, and they found $2.58 in loose change on the playground. They decided to split the money equally, so how much money will they each have? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to underline the question. The question it's asking us is how much money will they each have? Then the next step I want you to do is to put a box around what is going to be your label. And in this case, we know money is going to be our label. So we're probably going to either use a dollar sign or the cents sign. Now we need to focus on what's our important information. Well, we understand that Sydney, Alina, and Lydia are splitting $2.58. So we know that that is going to have to be split by 3 people. They have $2.58 and they are splitting the money equally. So with this important information that we know and underlining the question, do you think that we're going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide to find the answer? Well, if you said divide, you would be correct. We're going to talk about this using base 10 blocks. This, of course, is our hundreds block. So we are going to have 2 of them because our first number here is 2. We have $2, which is equal to 200 pennies or 200 blocks. Then to represent the tenths column, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. And then to represent the 8, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So why are we doing it this way? Well, it's to show you exactly what the standard algorithm looks like and why it works. So we're going to start off with these 2 hundreds blocks, and we are going to try to divide those equally among Sydney, Alina, and Lydia. Can we do that? We have 3 people and only 2 blocks. So the way that they are, no, we can't do it. But we can do it if we split each hundreds block into 10 tens blocks, just like that. So then we're just going to start passing them out evenly. Everybody gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now everybody evenly has 6, but we still have 2 tens blocks left over, and we can't split 2 into 3 people. So now we're going to add in our tenths column by adding 5 more tens blocks. So these were 2 that we had left over from our hundreds blocks when we split them up, and now we're going to add the 5 tens blocks. So let's go through and distribute these. There's 1 more. And 1 more. Now we still have 1 tens block left over, so we're just going to go ahead, cross out the 5, and know that now we have 8 ones blocks. So we split our tens block over here that was left over into 1 so we could distribute it because we couldn't split 1 tens block into 3 people. And then here are our 1s, which represents the 8 in the column over here. So we're going to distribute these evenly. And each person will end up with 8 tenths and 6 hundredths, or 86 hundredths. So if we went through and we did the standard algorithm, which is what we just did using the blocks, this is how we would do it using the standard algorithm. We know that 3 does not go into 2, so we're going to put 0 there. And we're going to subtract 0, which gives us 2. Then we need to bring down our 5, and that's 25. So 3 goes into 25 how many times? 8. 8 times 3 is 24, so we'll subtract that, and that gives us 1. So now we repeat the steps all over again, and we bring that 8 down, and we have to decide how many times does 3 go into 18? It goes in 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18, so we are left with 0 remainders. But we still have this decimal thing that we need to figure out. So anytime you only have a decimal under the house, it's actually really, really easy because all you're doing is just pushing the decimal straight up. So in this instance, we get the same exact answer that we got when we were using the manipulatives, and we got 86 hundredths. That's how much money they're each going to have. Don't forget your label. So now it's your turn to try. Here are tonight's practice problems. I want you to go ahead and pause the video and then do your very best to try to figure them out. Don't forget about that decimal, and then come back and check your answers. Okay, here are your answers tonight. Go through and check them and make sure that you got the right answer and that the decimal point is in the right place. And make sure that you annexed any zeros that you might have had to annex. We'll go over this tomorrow in class, so I hope that you all had a great night, enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to write down your self-reflection. Bye-bye.